sink into the floor.
Wait.
Sink.
I'm Michael Abels. I'm a composer of music for both the concert hall and for film, and I'm here in town conducting my score to the film Get Out live to picture at the Auditorium Theatre. I was a composer at a very early age, and as a little kid I always loved puzzles and figuring things out like that, so music seemed to me like a fascinating puzzle that could go together in an endless number of ways. And so I had done some radio jingles and television commercials, but I never really had any traction doing that. I'd had more success in the concert hall, and in fact, works of mine have been performed by the Chicago Sinfonietta since the 90s. We've enjoyed a wonderful decades-long relationship. But one of those concert pieces, not performed by the Sinfonietta, but by another group, was posted on YouTube, and I had tens of hits and page views. But one of those tens was Jordan Peele, who was looking for a composer for his script. And I got this call, which sounded like I was being punked, but I called them back, and they sent me the script. And so if you look back at it, what happened was I actually got sent what was to become the Oscar-winning script for Best Screenplay. From our very first lunch, Jordan hadn't even shot the film yet. They were still in pre-production. But he said, bottom line, it's got to be scarier than, and then you'd have to bleep me out. Beyond that, he said, I also want the African-American voice, both metaphorically and literally in the film. And he said, but, you know, the problem is all African-American music has some element of hope in it. And I'd never heard anybody say that. Gosh, that's right, you know? I know exactly what he means. And he said, but you got to drain the hope right out of it. I said, I think what you're maybe talking about is gospel horror. So we had a great conversation about what is the sound that makes you afraid? And, you know, it really just comes down to the unknown. One of the major differences in music for the concert hall versus film is that the timing of the music is completely determined by the pacing of the film. In my headset is going to be a click track, which is a click that gives me the tempo, and the reason that that's necessary is because that is the thing that causes the music to lock to picture. So I need to make sure those musical moments happen as close to the exact moment in the picture as possible. There's a couple moments where you're supposed to spill your popcorn, and the music plays a huge part in causing that to happen.
We hired Georgina and Walter to help care for my parents. When they died, I couldn't bear to let them go.